coming off the break, I thought our effort and energy was good. We struggled to make shots in the first half, and then made a few in the second half. KP came up big, and then we were able to get paint touches. Themis kind of lived in the paint, really helped us. Got to the free throw line. They got into foul trouble both halves and allowed us to continue to drive it. And then we made a switch with JaMychal onto zero late in the game, and the stops and the breaks after the stops kind of led to the 11-2 run. And congratulations to him for setting the school record for double doubles, 5th in a row. And that's what this will be remembered for with him. But I'll remember him being able to fight through all the screens and really stop zero when we needed stops, and they were really going to zero at the end. He was a really good player, and going the entire month of December, these guys should be proud. It's the first time that's been done since 2005 to go a whole month without a loss. So hopefully we can continue to grow our crowd and get support from the city, as I think these guys are playing their tails off.
Kind of building off the good month that you guys had, 3-0 start in conference is obviously important, and it kind of builds you a little bit of cushion. You don't want to think about it like that, but how important is it in your eyes to start 3-0?
Well, this one was extremely important because now we go on the road for 3 straight. So we talked about that with the team, about how we had to defend our home going into this stretch, because it's obviously Oakland will be a rematch of the championship game, and that Detroit trip's always tough. And then Fort Wayne on the road, who's an extremely good team. So got our work cut out for us, but to be sitting 3-0, it does gives you a little leg up.
You touch on the defense and JaMychal. Did you feel like the game kind of turned on that play at midcourt where he's able to reach in, steal the ball from zero, going for the dunk, and then next time down court he drives baseline, lays it in, nice play, and then that you guys are up the rest of the way. He's known for rebounding, obviously, but he showed he's got other facets to his game, didn't he?
Yeah, and I'm glad you picked up on that, because his intensity amped up, and I thought Themis is always good down the stretch. He knows when winning time is, and not everybody's like that. You can have really good players who don't know when winning time is, and our intensity really ratcheted it up, and that's the first time that I don't often get distracted by the crowd, but he got the steal and the dunk, and our crowd was loud, and it's a good sign. It's a good sign to hear a loud crowd here.
And JaMychal's defense is a added facet to his game. Themis with the scoring. We heard a lot about his point guard, his floor generalship coming in here. He's been he's your leading scorer. He's been a very consistent offensive player for you from your perspective. His team has maybe surprised you a little bit, or did you think that was in him and it just maybe took, I don't know, a change of scenery, or like his comfort level here has grown? How do you see how would you describe how his offensive game has grown here?
Well, I knew he was a good point guard, but I've always kind of known Themis as a scorer. He led the state of North Carolina in scoring as a senior, and maybe everybody didn't look at him, but I always thought he was a scorer. And a good point guard. He picks and chooses spots. Today was a good game because he recognizes when the other team is in the bonus and really can get into paint. He also can distribute, and it makes him dangerous. But he's tricky getting into that little mid range. He's got some tricks in the bag. So, he's always been a scorer in my head.
Themis, as a point guard, you're always thinking pass first, try to set your teammates up. Is it a hard line for you to walk, knowing that you can score the ball, and at the same time you have to set up your teammates as well? How do you thread that needle as a point guard?
Well, Coach Lenny gives me a lot of freedom out there, and I'm just trying to make, I'm just trying to make the right play. So I'm not really thinking like I need to go score this, I need to go pass this. I just try to read what the defense gives and try to make the best play for the team.
Free throws were obviously a huge story again today. I think you guys tied your season high at 37. You had 10 more makes than they attempted. For both of you guys, just that's any winning team is going to have those kind of disparities, I think, pretty frequently. But when you guys are able to do that game after game, how big is that for you guys?
Yeah, it's huge, and that's the margins that we work as a team to create are on the glass and with the free throws, and we win by 10 on the glass, and we make 10 more than they attempt. Gives you a good chance. If we make threes, if we make a few more threes, we get all our margins, and then we're cooking. So I think that's coming. You've gotten glimpses of it. We're just not quite there yet. But you keep getting to the free throw line and rebounding the way we are, you're going to win games.
Team is 14 for 16 today yourself. I've asked Coach several times this year, the free throw shooting is kind of been up and down, the success rate at the line. What do you think has been behind you guys shooting it better of late, maybe the last month or so? Has it been getting in the gym more, getting up more shots from the free throw line? How do you think you guys have improved, and how important is that to keep making those free throws?
Yeah, I think that just us getting in the gym more, after practice, coach tell us make 50, before we leave practice. But I think just repetition and everybody just really dialing in, locking in, taking the time to realize that these free throws can win games and lose games for us, And since we made our free throws tonight, I feel like it helped us.
From a player's perspective, can you talk a little bit about just what you've seen from JaMychal so far this year? And obviously he's a rebounding machine. He kind of seems like he sets the tone with his energy. To see him flying around out there like he was today, stealing the ball, scoring it a little bit there at the end. How would you describe him as a player?
Well, I feel like from the first game we played, he's made tremendous strides. You know what I mean? Coming from JUCO, he had to make the adjustment just a little bit the first 2-3 games, get settled in, figured out what he was really good at, And I feel like he knows it. Like, he knows what he's really good at. He's really good at rebounding basketball, being a lockdown defender, and when need be scoring, he'll score the ball as well. And I feel like he's just playing comfortable out there, and he's really, him and AJ's really taking the lead on the defensive end and really trying to set the tone and trying to help us win games.
And speaking for the players, how much confidence are you guys playing with right now?
Tremendous confidence. We feel like we're the best team in the conference. We feel like we're one of the top teams in the nation, but it don't matter what we feel. We have to prove it every single night. And Coach is doing a good job of keep letting us know, we're good, but we got to still show it. We know we feel like we were a better team than IU PUI, but if they would have beat us, then they had to be the better team, So just every single game, just taking one game at a time and just keep on trying to figure out, remember what the main goal is, which is win a championship.